Central is one of NDC's strongholds. Why did you take this task on to run for MPP in Tamale Central?
Thank you very much, Bernard, and good evening to the viewers, and good evening to Tamale Central constituency. So generally, leadership and politics is not for the faint-hearted, and I am not one daunted by any challenge on any scale or extent. I am very sure that for a lot of people who have seen the growth of my prospects since I got involved with the politics of Tamale Central, will attest to the fact that something different has happened to the politics of Tamale. Just going back to what we have witnessed on the screen, the videos that you have played, I think that the claim from the other side, generally, that it doesn't matter the politics of yesteryears, it doesn't matter the fact that if we just put any symbol on even any element, regardless human or non-human, as long as it is a symbol that people are familiar with, they will go for it. Unfortunately, if that is the sort of belief that has sort of encouraged the sort of candidates the NDC tends to present or has presented for the 2020 elections, then there's an interesting day coming on 7th December. Talking about a gap, some elements goes into winning an election. The elements that go into winning an election, if you think about what the books tell us in terms of the science of politics, that you'd need to, for example, try and consolidate the base, which is something that has never been done on the scale that Anyars is doing or has done in Tamale Central constituency. If you look at what goes into winning an election, you'd have to be able to cultivate a lot of people and carry them along with you. And if we see what I have done, regardless of whether it's NDC or NPP or CPP, the constituents of Tamale Central know that this is the very first time a young person has gotten involved with the politics here and prioritizes the people ahead of the politics. And I'm sure that that reflected a lot in the changes in attitudes at the 2016 election, and the current attitudes that we see within Tamale Central proves that a lot has changed. And the final element to look at is there's a lot of conversion from the other side supporting what we do within the New Patriotic Party. As a candidate, I make myself available to people of all sorts, regardless of their politics or their ideology. And I'm sure when it comes to the day, all these elements that go into winning an election will deliver for the New Patriotic Party and Anyars.
So Anyars, what's your message to the people? What are you telling them?
So I have just given you a context of what sort of politics our colleagues tend to do from the other side. The politics of deception and belief that the NDC has a stronghold within Tamale called Tamale Central constituency, and regardless of whether or not the people get the dividends of politics and the democracy that we practice across the country or not, they will continue to vote for the NDC. That is the thinking. But what I suggest to you is that if you think about what I have suggested all along from 2016, Anyars Ibrahim represents development, which is what the people are yearning for as an urban constituency. The promise that as an early childhood specialist, which is what I have researched to a doctoral level at a reputable university within the United Kingdom, University of Warwick, one of the most distinguished, and I'm sure that Ben, you're very proud of an alumni.
Yeah, that's my school.
You have traveled out of this country to studies, will attest to the fact that my specialism in early childhood is something that I will put forward for the benefit of the constituency. So in every electoral area of the 18, I promise to build an early childhood center.
Wow.
That is something I'm very passionate about. Number two, there are all manner of risks our young people are exposed to in terms of the transportation to school on the motorbikes. And I say that as an urban member of parliament, I promise to deliver a school bus transport system which will rid our streets of those risks that the children are exposed to. I have promised building an artisanal yard, which is a jobs yard. In Dagbanale, they say that the person who has ever carried the day is the person who can swear by their father. And what that means is that If Anyars gets elected as the member of parliament, we'll build a jobs yard, and all manner of young persons who have challenges with finding skills development or jobs that are not on the educational, they can get training at the artisan and get employed.
Okay.
Promise to do all these things, including the free medical care. One of the key things that I have done, even while not being a member of parliament, over the past 3 years under the leadership of President Akufo-Addo, has been to deliver free medical care at the very doorstep of every constituent.
Okay. All right. Let's pause there.
Under President Akufo-Addo, we've delivered jobs on a scale never before done.
Okay.
And for my constituents, then there is no doubt in my mind that the three elements that I alluded to earlier on would suggest that Anyars is the only candidate in this election who has spoken to the heart of the constituents, that he stands for development and this is what he's going to do.
Fair enough.
We have.
Thank you, Dr. Anyars. Let me come to.
We are in the majority at the constituency.
Okay. Let me come to Murtala. So Murtala, what is your message? Because we know you were MP for Nanton before you moved to Tamale Central. What are you telling the people? Why are you asking them to vote for you?
Well, let me say good evening to my brother there. He's my son. He's supposed to be calling me his uncle.
Really?
Unfortunately, he wouldn't do that because his dad.
We are not related. That is not true.
Okay.
No, fair enough. Go ahead.
It's interesting when his two brothers were staying with me, that dad traveled, visited, and said I was his kid brother. Maybe perhaps he wasn't around. He can cross-check from his brothers. As whether we're related or not, or we are related or not, that is left with a judgment of the statement his dad made. But that is just by the way. First and foremost, this is not the first time I'm participating in the elections of Tamale Central. I have been voting in Tamale Central, contested the Tamale Central NDC parliamentary primaries in 2006. I don't think that my brother had fathomed contesting for the position of MP in Tamale Central in 2006. I participated in the primaries again in 2008, and in both contests, I lost to Honorable Yusuf Hussein. So I know Tamale Central too well. I was born and bred in Tamale Central too well, and I have lived my life in Tamale Central more than my colleague has, and that is a fact. I have participated in the primaries 2 times, engaged in the politics of Tamale Central before I moved to Nanton when we lost the Nanton seat. So if there's somebody who has an understanding of the dynamics of Tamale Central, I think I stand tall. In the first place, what I did in Nanton, perhaps in the course of this discussion, I will try to illustrate some of the things I did. And I've heard my colleagues who have said that I can't be comparing what I have done in Nanton to what I've done in Tamale. And it is amazing that someone who has an appreciation of politics would want to make such a sweeping statement. Because a lot of the things I did in Nanton constituency are relevant to be done in Tamale Central. When you ask my brother what he has done, he's telling you what he intends to do. I have demonstrated to the people of Tamale Central what I can do for them in the first place. Myself and he all attended University of Ghana. And Bernard, you know me too well. I never finished my papers and spent a day in Accra. Anytime I was writing my final paper, my STC ticket was in my hands. And immediately I finished with the final paper, I go and jump on the available bus and come to Tamale. I taught students in Tamale Central free. You can check from Ganasco, you can check from Tamasco, you can check from Bisco, you can check from Nobiskora. There is a school called Nobiskora, Zegbeli. You can check from EP, and EP is a school just directly opposite the calendar park, free of charge. At a time when I never thought that I would be contesting for any elections in Tamale Central, I started contributing my quota towards building the human capacity of the people of Tamale Central by teaching them free. That's one. 2, when I was in NYEP, it is very clear that I engaged a lot of people in Tamale Central and NYEP, including NPP activists, some of whom are even participating in campaigning for the NPP today. Now, in Tamale Central currently, I am digging 5 mechanized boreholes. 5, yes. That is not the money from any government kitty. Go to a place called Chiang Mai in Sambani, there's a borehole there. Go to Sabungila, there's one there. Go to Galkuranole, Old Cemetery, there is one there. Go to Tanayele, there is one there. Mind you, I'm not in government. As I talked to you before coronavirus started, I engaged in free extra classes for SHS students in Tamale Central. We're having one at Sakasaka DSS, we're having one at Kumpulu School, and we're having one at Nikiskura. I engaged the teachers. I was the one paying them every month. So I am not talking about what I intend to do. As a matter of fact, I'm talking about what I have done already. So that is the crass difference between myself and my brother. If you say that we are not related, at least we are almost.
But Murtala, you are not making reference to your predecessor's record. That's Inu Safuseni. Is there a reason for this?
There is absolutely no reason. I thought that the contest is between myself and Anyars. The contest is not between Honorable Inu Safuseni and Anyars. So if you have asked me what my plans are, then I don't think that you expect me to be talking about what is very clear what Honorable Inu Safuseni has done. It is very, very clear. Look, the difference between myself and Anyars is that he doesn't accept defeat. He's intolerant.
Oh, Lord.
I'm giving a classical example. In 2006, myself and he all participated in the elections in 2016. I contested in Nanton constituency as the incumbent MP. He contested in Tamale Central. I lost to the MPP candidate by a margin of a little over 700 votes. I didn't want to plunge Nanton constituency into chaos and anarchy. I knew that I didn't win the elections. And if you read in the Quran, there is a chapter called Surah Al-Imran. Allah says that كل اللهم مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك ممن تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيدك الخير إنك على كل شيء قدير. Allah says that is the king of all kings. He controls rulership and leadership. He chooses leaders even in the kingdom of animals. Before they choose leaders, Allah says in the Quran that he does. So when I lost the elections in 2006, I knew that it was Allah who didn't give me. Because when Allah wanted me to win in 2012, I won. I packed my bag and baggage, left Nanton, congratulated my nephew who won. Asked the gentleman sitting here. He lost to Honorable Use of Senior, not 700, over 13,000. He refused to concede defeat. His party demanded he concede defeat. He refused to concede defeat. In fact, he refused to sign. As we sit today, he has still not congratulated Honorable Use of Senior for whipping him in the election. In fact, that was not the only thing. He got boys, they shotguns and bent ballot boxes.
Wow. Now it was okay, Murtala. I think now you are going into allegations.
I know, and I think
I'm telling you the class difference.
Okay, Murtala, I think he deserves a right of reply. So it's
but I listened to him.
No, I need to put this straight.
Bernard, I have just told you. I've just told you he's intolerant.
No, but Murtala, I think you need to allow him to respond to this. You've made specific allegations. Yes.
Any recorded incidents of violence, of gunshots, I'm sure that you were so vanquished at Nanton, you didn't actually pay attention to what happened in Tamale Central constituency. The Electoral Commission chair for 2016 election excluded Tamale Central from the tally because of inaccuracies and challenges with the collation of the results for 3 nights, and on Friday night declared His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Tamale Central was one of the constituencies, one of 8 constituencies, if I remember very well, that never got declared at any collation center. That is for the record. Nothing to do with Ibrahim Anyars.
Can I make my points?
On record.
Murtala, you are not on the floor. He's reacting to your allegation. You made an allegation about him. He has to respond.
You can tell those tales to people who don't follow events. And I'm very sure that the point I made about the politics of deception. Bernard, why don't you ask Honorable Murtala, why is he running away from his record in Nanton? If the people loved him so much for all the development works that he proves that he has done, Nanton constituency still exists. Why is he not talking about his record there?
Bernard, he wants me to answer that question.
The call for a debate between Murtala and Anyars is a non-starter. The record I have is in Tamale Central constituency. You have a record at the Nanton constituency, which everyone recognizes. For a young person to have won an election to hold 11,000 people for 4 years and lose all of that within 4 years as a young person. To come to a constituency that has a voter roll of over 88,000 people and make the sort of false claims that you make about the sort of character and record that you hold in a constituency where you have been a member of parliament. And in fact, I don't dwell on allegations, but I'm very sure that when the day is here, in the Burnley they say that if you're hungry and then you bloat your stomach and pretend that everything is well, I am sure that it's a matter of time that you feel the effects or the pangs of hunger.
Final reaction from Murtala, yes.
Bernard, in the first place,
to get him to withdraw that allegation, because it never happened. And don't dwell on falsehood in Tamale Central any longer.
Bernard, in the first place, I just told you he's intolerant.
No, Murtala, no, you can't finish.
Can I finish?
Murtala, I won't allow you to call people names. Just stick to the issues. Stop calling somebody intolerant. Just deal with the issues.
He was given the opportunity to speak.
Yes, but Murtala, you don't have an.
Can I finish?
No, you can't. You don't have an unbridled. Let me explain. You don't have an unbridled space to say anything you want. I'm saying that you will not call people names on this program. So deal with the issues on why they should vote for you and stop calling somebody another name. That's what I'm saying to you.
Bernard, I haven't called him any name.
You say he's intolerant.
Bernard, I am telling you the crass difference. Because these are two candidates you put on your program. And you want the people of Tamale to choose between these two candidates.
And what I made the statement.
Anyars, please keep quiet.
A lie. You just told the lie.
Dr. Anyars, please keep quiet.
He's proven me right.
Dr. Anyars, please relax.
No, we brought a lie.
There he goes. Bernard, I am challenging Citi TV.
Yes.
To go and find out. I am challenging your TV whether indeed gunshot.
Actually, you just told a lie. Can you withdraw that? That's a lie.
Will you tell me? Bernard, I am challenging Citi TV to go and find out and shame me or shame him.
It's a lie. You just can't lie on national television.
Have the temperament to listen to me. I listen to you. Have the patience to listen to me. The people of Tamale Central are listening. When I listen to you spoke, please, if you respect me, respect the viewing public. I listen to you.
No,
I'm saying that
people who tell us to
there you go.
On national television. Can you withdraw that? Can you be honest and honorably?
Bernard, I am telling you.
But Murtala.
Bernard, can I finish?
Yeah, I'm coming. But to the extent that you are saying that something happened, and within the confines of this program, we cannot prove it, I think you should just withdraw it and let's move on.
I won't, Bernard, there is nothing to withdraw. I have just told you. Go and do your independent investigation.
But you can't allege. No, but you are not the one. Murtala, you can't give me an assignment on national TV. You are making an allegation on TV. I'm sitting here with you live. How can I confirm that?
Bernard, this is a fact. This is something that happened. And I am flabbergasted.
Okay, do you have any video evidence, any publication? Is there any record of this anywhere?
Then I cross-check even from journalists. It happened. It happened. It happened.
No, but hello, gentlemen. The rules of engagement is that you are a parliamentarian before. You can't come on a platform and make an allegation for which you can't.
I'm not making an allegation. I'm making a statement of fact.
Yeah, but only you have. You don't have any evidence of the fact that you are making. So if you are
you know what culture said? Culture said there are three sides to every story: your side, my side, and the truth. And that is why I'm saying you have your correspondence.
Yeah, but not on national, not on live, Murtala, not on live national television. If you were in Parliament and made an allegation, they would have asked you to supply proof or withdraw. So you can't come on this platform and make an allegation and not provide any evidence and say that culture said something.
I'm saying that this is a recorded fact.
In which document?
In Tamale Central at the Coalition Center.
So how do we verify it?
Gunshot happened. No, it happened.
But how do I verify it? Where do I go and verify it? Which document? Which record?
Look, my integrity and his integrity is online. People are watching.
But Murtala, you see, the rules for this show is that our integrity means you can't make an allegation without supplying proof. So if you don't have the proof here, just move on.
I have just told you, Bernard, I have just told you the proof find out it happened, whether it didn't happen.
No, we don't accept that.
You're asking me of the proof.
No, I won't accept that. I won't accept that.
And he knows that he's not being truthful. But in any case, Ghana, I have just told you the things I did. Now, I am shocked that he's telling me that in Nantong, that I won with a margin of 11,000. That's what he said. Or a population of 11. That is factually not true. That is a lie. 2, I am shocked that he's saying that in Nantong constituency, which is smaller, if someone has an appreciation of politics, the United Kingdom population is not anywhere near the population of India. It is nowhere near the population of Bangladesh. Tell me, Bernard, managing a country such as United Kingdom, isn't it more complex and more difficult for someone to say, because Nantong constituency is smaller, and therefore, I feel
Murtala, thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Anyars. I want to wish both of you well. We are doing 2 constituencies today. I wish you both well sincerely. Have a good campaign, and hopefully we'll speak to the winner after December 7th. So Dr. Anyars, MPP parliamentary candidate for Tamale Central, Ibrahim Murtala, MDC parliamentary candidate. When we come back, we're moving to Medina, and I have in studio